Hey Ryan, we put together this short explainer specifically for you. We've been following your story for a while, and honestly, based on everything you've built, we think this is probably the single most valuable system you could install in your business right now. Okay, so let's just dive right in. We're starting with this quote because, well, it's everything, isn't it? It's the foundation. It's that sheer hustle, the relentless execution that built Cone Commercial from the ground up. It's a story of pure grit. And frankly, it's exactly why we're having this conversation.
That story is all about what your friends call a ridiculous work ethic. I mean, that's the origin story that every single entrepreneur respects because it's real and it's raw. And this timeline, it just tells it all. From cold calling out of a two-door Honda Accord, shuffling credit card balances around, to becoming the youngest VP in the history of Richard Bowers & Co., and then launching your own firm right in the middle of the 2008 crash. I mean, you built this whole thing by just outworking everyone. Which, of course, brings us to today. Because the mission, it's evolved. You've made that really tough transition from being the person grinding in the business to being the visionary leader working on the business. And the scale of that shift is it's immense. You're not just buying and selling anymore. Now you're raising capital. You're managing a portfolio over 1 million square feet. You're building a legacy. Your focus has rightly shifted to those highest value activities.
And that very success, it creates this really interesting challenge. It's a kind of unseen gap. And look, it's not a failure by any means. It's just a natural consequence of your own growth and where your focus has to be now. So on one hand, you've got the founder's grind, that daily high-volume prospecting that really fueled the first decade. And on the other, you have the leader's vision. Now, those grind activities, they're not your primary focus anymore, and they absolutely shouldn't be. But that activity, that was the engine.
So this leads to the crucial question, right? Who's running that daily prospecting engine now? Who is systematically hunting for the next leasing and acquisition opportunities, day in and day out? Who's making those 70 to 150 daily asks? That's the growth gap. The solution, then, isn't about you adding more to your plate. No way. It's about taking your own hard-won philosophy and installing it as an automated system that runs for you. I mean, you said it yourself. This principle is literally at the core of your success. You can't be afraid to ask. So what if you could build a machine that does nothing but ask on your behalf with absolute precision and at scale? Well, this is what that machine does. It's an AI sales rep system that just executes your philosophy. It finds the right tenant reps, the right asset managers, and corporate real estate teams. It sends personalized outreach based on what they need, and then follows up relentlessly until it books a qualified meeting right on your calendar. It simply never stops asking. We designed this thing specifically for leaders like you. This is not another project for you to manage. It's a strategic tool you can just leverage. It's all the growth with absolutely zero of the headaches. And just to be super clear, there is no software for you to learn, no complex dashboards you gotta check, there's no new platform for your team to adopt. This system just runs seamlessly in the background, and it delivers just one thing: booked conversations. This system just fills that prospecting gap. It runs every single day without any input from you or your team, and it doesn't replace anyone. It just works. It hands off warm, qualified conversations with all the context you need so you can do what you do best, which is close deals. And when you compare this to the traditional solution, hiring a BDR, the value just becomes obvious. You're looking at a $70,000 plus salary, a 3 to 6 month ramp-up time, and daily management. Our system delivers consistent, automated results for a tiny fraction of the cost, and it starts making an impact almost immediately. And that's the investment. A one-time setup fee of $1,500. We build the entire custom system for you, and it just runs for you. That's it. You're focused on the next decade, right? Building a legacy that lasts. This is about installing a perpetual growth engine to make sure there's a consistent flow of new opportunities, securing that future, and letting you stay focused on the big picture. So Ryan, if this sounds like the missing piece, the system that brings back that daily prospecting grind without pulling you away from your vision, we're ready when you are. We can start building your system this week.
and you'll likely be having conversations with new, qualified prospects before next month is even over. Thanks for your time.